Thailand headlines continue to hit harder than that "oh, it didn't mean anything" text from your ex. Everything from a Thai zookeeper meeting his end in maybe the most awful way possible, a quote-unquote dentist in Rayong deciding medical school is more of a suggestion, and 65 IQ tourists proving once again that common sense is optional on Pattaya Beach Road. Welcome back, grab a snack, let's get weird. How's it going? Welcome back to the channel, and I hope you are doing well. Yet again, Thailand headlines have us questioning reality just a little bit. We've got some wild stories from start to finish, but once again, as always, my favorite story of the day. You know how much we love social justice on this channel, and I'm very happy to hear that with our last story today, some Thai people are getting pretty sick of a lot of tourist behavior. They stepped up, delivered some social justice, and put the word out there that this type of behavior is not gonna be tolerated. So make sure you stick it out for the entire video, but enough chit chat, let's get into our first story. Now, if you don't know, there was a video circulating a little over a week ago, especially on Facebook, and unfortunately, a Thai zookeeper met his terrible end in one of Thailand's wildlife parks. Witnesses say victim stood still as lion crept up and dragged him away. Now, I wanted to read this story initially with you guys because I don't know about you, but when I read this headline, I'm a little questionable. Now, of course, I understand when people are in this headspace, they make decisions that might not seem very logical to the rest of us, but I don't know. To me, a group of lions seems a pretty brutal way to make that decision. Hopping into the article, a man was killed by lions at a Bangkok safari park while tourists looked on in what a doctor suspects may have been a shocking case of self-unaliving. The incident took place around 8:30 a.m. yesterday, September 10th, at Safari World, a popular wildlife attraction. The victim, 58-year-old Jian, was attacked by lions moments after stepping out of his vehicle inside the lion enclosure. Among the visitors that day was Dr. Tawachai Kanchanarin. I think I got that one. It was shocking. He just got out of the car and stood there motionless. Back to the lions, I honked the horn. It wasn't feeding time. Normally they use a barred vehicle with staff inside, but this time it was just him with no protective gear, nothing. He said the zookeeper stood there near the vehicle staring at the door, seemingly unaware of the looming danger. At first, I thought it was some show. He looked like he knew what he was doing. Then one lion crept up behind him and pounced, dragging him down. Then the others joined in. Tawachai said the terrifying mauling lasted around 15 minutes with no immediate help arriving. What a awful way to go. I visited Safari World many times and safety has always been tightly enforced. This was very unusual. And it also sounds like this wasn't some, random guy that maybe worked in a different area of the park and didn't know anything about lions. This is for sure a story I'm gonna keep up on. A little fun fact when it comes to this situation and a lot of wildlife interactions in Thailand, there are about 20 or so state-funded zoos in Thailand, but a lot of them are privately owned. If you know anything about Thailand, if you spent any time here, you know that sometimes regulations can be a little loose. Sometimes people or places can kind of just do what they want. There are tons and tons of places where you can go and get photos with big cats and stuff. If that's something you're interested in, if you are an animal person, I would highly suggest reading up on it a bit more. Make sure a place you're going to is actually taking care of those animals well. And our next story, also coming to us from the tiger, we got another one, boys. Apparently, this is something that happens. Maybe they're deciding to crack down on it more now. That's why we keep seeing stories about it. But bogus dentist arrested after treating 1,000 patients in Rayong. Officials uncover major health risks after months-long operation. I don't know about you, but I absolutely hate the dentist. This is literally like a waking nightmare for me, coming to life, going in, trying to get something taken care of, and then you find out the guy who's supposed to be helping you out decided, I don't really got time for medical school. An unlicensed dentist was arrested in Rayong after treating over 1,000 patients across 4 clinics, prompting a major investigation by Thai police. If you don't know, we're here in Pattaya. Rayong is about 20 or 30 minutes down the beach. Officials in Rayong have arrested an unlicensed dentist who had been operating across 4 clinics in Pulat Dang district, treating more than 1,000 unsuspecting patients in just 6 months.
Don't do that.
They confirmed the arrest of the woman who had been performing dental procedures without holding a valid license in Thailand. Investigators discovered that the woman, a graduate of a foreign dental school, had been providing services such as scaling, extractions, fillings, and orthodontics without the required Thai professional license. I would be very upset, to say the least. I would for sure at least want my money back. I'm very happy to hear that this person got caught. I guess you could say they're being extracted from the business.
It's bad, real bad.
Side note, surprise giveaway time. You may have noticed by this point this lovely royal blue football jersey that I'm wearing. This jersey is maybe from the best football movie of all time. So anybody who can guess what this jersey is from, which absolute cinematic masterpiece, I will give you a free 3-month subscription to the Tempus TV Patreon. You get one clue. Can you see it right there? First person to make a correct guess down in the comments gets a free premium membership to the Tempus TV Patreon, so go tear it up. Our next story coming to us from the Tiger. If you spent any time in Thailand, especially Pattaya, this may come as no surprise to you. Indian tourists flee after Pattaya crash leaves 2 women hurt. CCTV to be reviewed as police hunt pair linked to late night crash.
That's my bad, I was sending a tweet.
The incident occurred around 3 a.m. yesterday, September 12th, in front of a hotel at the busy intersection of 2nd Road and Pattaya Road. That is a very busy intersection. According to eyewitnesses, the crash happened when a red and black Honda CBR 150 collided with 2 men believed to be Indian tourists who were walking arm in arm across the road. If you know, you know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a culture thing or if that's what they do in India, but all the time, especially when you drive down around 2nd Road in Pattaya, they will just walk down the middle of the street 4 abreast with their back to traffic. It drives me absolutely insane. Of course, I don't think that justifies them getting hit by a motorcycle. And when you're driving, yes, you have to pay attention to people in the road, whether they are supposed to be there or not. Eyewitnesses at the scene said the motorcyclist had honked to warn the 2 men, but they allegedly ignored the sound and continued walking across the road. The motorcycle crashed into them shortly after. The tourists, who appeared unharmed, reportedly walked away without offering any assistance. They didn't even look back, said one bystander. They just disappeared into a nearby hotel like nothing happened. Well, I'm happy to hear that nobody got seriously hurt. If you've spent any time driving around Pattaya, you are probably not surprised by this at all. Guys, if you've never ridden motorcycles or you have very limited experience, you're coming to Thailand. We've said it multiple times on the channel. I do not think this is the best place to learn. You always have to be careful no matter what, but especially in Pattaya. If it's 1 a.m. or later, I don't drive anywhere. I would consider myself a pretty high-level rider. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but you know, beep beep. Vast majority of accidents and injuries that happen to people on motorcycles are from other people. Pattaya is a party spot. That's no secret. There are lots of people driving around late at night that have had a few drinks. So if you're in Pattaya, especially around Walking Street and 2nd Road right there, there's gonna be groups of these guys walking in the middle of the road. Every time I drive down there, I am just cussing up a storm under my helmet. So be careful. They are pretty notorious for just walking out into traffic as well. Go slow, be safe, wear your helmet. So I picked this next story coming to us from Bangkok Post for a very specific group of you that have been down in the comments talking about how AI is going to completely ruin humanity, which I don't necessarily entirely disagree with. AI's super brain scoops up the crims. 500 suspects found in just 4 months. I don't want to tell you how long. I thought crims was a typo that meant crimes. Now I'm guessing it's short for criminals. The Central Investigation Bureau has launched an advanced surveillance system using artificial intelligence to identify and apprehend criminals quickly and accurately. The project began as a pilot at CIB headquarters in Bangkok, where AI cameras were installed and tested. Results were immediate and impressive, with the system identifying individuals and cross-referencing their identities with criminal databases, including those related to substance offenses. Following its initial success, the system was rapidly expanded. The CIB headquarters alone now has about 1,500 AI cameras, offering an unprecedented level of scrutiny. The system's strength lies in its ability to learn and adapt, functioning as a brain that processes vast amounts of data in real time to analyze faces and instantly check for warrants. This is wild to me. The future is now, old man.
Future's now, old man.
Another thing that I don't think a lot of these tourists who are winning our Dum Dum of the Day awards are thinking about, when you come through the airport, they take your passport, what do they do with it? They scan it into their computer, guys. They have a picture of you on their computer. You have a visa for X amount of time when you get here, so they have a good idea of where you're gonna be. It's really wild to see this, and I just hope it helps police keep Thailand as safe as it has been. When I was here partying quite a bit, there'd be times when I allegedly might leave my bike parked down at Walking Street for 4 or 5 days, and it was fine. So I hope it stays that way. But I wanna hear from you. Do you think AI technology is gonna be this emerging thing that helps us grow as a species and optimizes things for us so we can do other things better? Or do you feel like it's gonna kind of be the internet? The internet, when it started out, was, the internet highway. We were all interconnected. You have the world's knowledge at your fingertips at all times. Personally, I think the internet made people dumber. So what do you think? Do you think AI is gonna rule the world and take us over? Or is it just gonna make people even more lazy and more stupid? Let me know down in the comments. Now, our next story is something that I have seen personally. Honestly, sometimes when I'm out and about, I see people doing stuff or I encounter situations and they get on my nerves. But a lot of the time, I don't bring it up because sometimes I can be pretty irritable for kind of no reason. But one thing that I love is when I get validation. When I see other people getting upset about the things that upset me. When I saw this happen, I thought it was disgusting. I thought it was really disrespectful. So I'm very happy to hear in this next story that some Thai people saw this happening and they were not happy about it. Coming to us from the Bangkok Post, Pattaya tourists urinate on beach, flip off locals. 2 foreign men arrested, fined, and released after incident near Pattaya Soi 6. If you know, you know. I'm not surprised there was some people over there being ridiculous. 2 tourists were arrested after ignoring calls to stop urinating on a beach in Pattaya, giving locals the middle finger on Friday night. Municipal authorities were called around 10 p.m. to detain the 2 foreign men on a beachfront road near Soi 6. Upon arrival, the pair attempted to flee the scene but failed. According to Matachan Online, police detained both men and imposed an undisclosed fine on them for public urination before releasing them. Their names and nationalities were withheld. Pattaya resident Run Garun Jamed, 47, said the 2 were approached by locals when found urinating directly into the sea from the shore. However, they defied the crowd and raised their middle fingers. They tried to run after apparently agreeing to wait for authorities to arrive. Mr. Rungarun and others told municipal workers they want more toilets and public facilities along the beach, which is a good point we'll talk about, as well as signs to discourage improper behavior. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to Pattaya, at least, I don't know about Bangkok, but public toilets are a lot more hard to come by, especially compared to America. At the same time, especially in places like Soi 6, Tree Town, any of the major party districts, they are almost there exclusively. Now, I know for a fact on Pattaya Beach Road, out on the actual beach, there aren't a ton of restrooms, but you can go into any bar, any restaurant, especially if you give them 5 or 10 baht, they will let you use the toilet. So this is just being lazy. This is being disrespectful, absolutely. I'm very happy to hear that there were some Thai people there who are not gonna put up with that, especially right in front of Soi 6. If you've never been over there, Soi 6 is one of the main party drags in Pattaya. I think it's literally like 150 bars on one street. There's even more bars out in the front. So these guys were obviously just being lazy. If you see it, call the police. I'm sure it's the same with you, just like it is me. If you saw a bunch of people coming to your country, disregarding all your cultural norms, just walking around and peeing on whatever they wanted to, you wouldn't be very happy about it either. So be different, be a stand-up guy or girl. Ladies, all 2% of you that watch this channel, I haven't forgotten, don't be that guy or girl. If you did make it this far in the video, thank you so much for hanging out. If you enjoyed the ride, and you would like to let YouTube know that our content is worthy of distribution to others, the like button is down below. Give that subscribe button a little rubby rub, and I will see you in the next video. Doors that way.
Bye.